This Bengal team entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Dubliners, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Versus will current form hold? As we're off in week 4. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Burrow on play action. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back seven's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back 8. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Bell. He juked him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came with 3 interceptions in that game.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Burrow to throw on second down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety back. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here we go,
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
11 MT, 11 mighty, 12, 12, 12.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to.
Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the back. First points on the board as they take the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, And also, it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 20 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Holding offense. Hey, man, let's play our game.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Still second down.
Let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Yeah, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Gentry. And that's going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're
looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Down the left sideline. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with, and they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. Turn.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. But you look at this defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, you know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Dublin with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop below 18. Let's go.
Back to throw. Gentry. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Off play action. Gentry. Open man downfield. That's Marshall. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 34.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
We got to be big time.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Gentry toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. taken down, but he does have... They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT.
On second down, it's Bell. And it pushes right forward to about the 32. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Gun.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
11 mighty. 11
Here's
mighty.
Burrow setting up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Dot. Dot.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
11 mighty.
Maybe just a
11
slight
mighty.
detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this
11,
first half
11,
of
11.
action.
Dot. Dot.
On 2nd down, Burrow throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
12, 12, 12. Dot.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Dublin's offense now set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
On 1st down, Gentry. For Marshall, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Ready.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
3. 19 Lions. Go.
Operating from the gun, Gentry. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half, and now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And as we all remember, these two were connecting back in their days at LSU when they were winning the national championship. But it wasn't just on game day. The amount of time they put in before practice, after practice, off days, that forged their connection. And it still continues here in the NFL.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free.
On 1, ready?
There's another example, another incompletion.
12.
Burrow going to set up the draw.
I got you, boy.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and goal, Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. McPherson on for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This offense back to work now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Cup 19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Come on.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Gentry. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Got it. Ready?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Gentry. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back.
11.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gun.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Right in.
Now it's Burrow. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge he gained from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Adams. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw on second down. Gentry. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
My, if maybe that ball's 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you have a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
On third down, Gentry. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And this one is right down Broadway. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. Your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he stopped right at the 20. Gain of 5.
Here we go,
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now it's Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Again, it's Burrow. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jalen Johnson, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
Here we
So
go.
the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
180.
Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
12. 11, Thomas.
Here's a give to Bell running left. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Gun.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
12. Dot.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
11 MT. 11
They'll
mighty.
try and
11
throw
mighty.
forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They start on the ground with Adams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down at a yard. A draw play. This is Adams. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 yards there, 1st down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They run on 2nd down with Adams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this one is right down the middle. But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert. taste in their mouths.
I would say so,
12, 12,
and I think
12.
that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact,
11,
they don't
11,
want to get to a
11,
fourth down
11,
opportunity.
11, 11.
They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
11,
Ball on the
MT,
30.
tight.
They'll come up
11,
with a
MT,
2nd
tight.
and 5.
11, mighty. 11.
Now Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. On the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Gentry. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided
Let's
not
go
to
now.
throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Ready up. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Gentry. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense. And the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Off the play fake. Gentry. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Nighthawks have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Point after try forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Just say.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Up the middle, here's Bell. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go.
Burrow on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better. It's going on.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Gun.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 4. And Burrow going to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get it down inside the 25.
Here we go, here we go. What 80?
And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
11
Yeah,
mighty.
you're exactly
11
right about
mighty.
that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
11 MT, tape.
On third down, here's Bell. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Quick completion here to Johnson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All day for Sunday night. It's been worth the wait. All tied here in the fourth as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone.
Here we go.
Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
On the ready.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Again, here's Adams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Ready, go. Shut up. Ready.
A run up the middle. Adams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. They'll try and pick up the 1st down with Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This from Tom Dempsey range here. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Dublin, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us.